Yo, what up? IntraVenus here, back with another episode of P.O.L Game Review. And today we're going to continue our series of PSP GEMS with part 3, focusing on 5 different RPGs for the Sony PlayStation Portable. I've got my PSP 3000 hooked up to the HD TV and the capture device using my LEVELHIKE HD cable. And I'm going to go ahead and bounce down here to the bottom of the screen, and everything up here will be gameplay as we go ahead and take a look at what I have to offer today. So here we go. Alright, so what I'm about to do here, now that you see I have my memory stick showing it's got 65 free gigabytes of 128 gigs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the X button now, and it'll show you how long it takes to load up games once you start to get this much memory on your PSP. Didn't take that long, did it? I didn't think it was that bad at all. We're starting off today with Brave Story, New Traveler. Let's go. Hexyz. You'll find that a lot of good RPGs came from Hexyz and Atlas and Falcom on the PSP. Alright, so just to give you guys a heads up, I did get started on all of these. You're going to see near the beginning of the gameplay footage. But any of the games you see today are not games that you just pick up and play real quick. These are games that take at least 45 minutes to an hour before you even really can get your first save point in. So let's go ahead and continue to where I left off from, which is about an hour in. 43 minutes of gameplay. Now this is a turn-based RPG. Gimbal wolves. Yeah, cute little cat girl. Be a man, get over here and help. Alright, so we're gonna give you... Oh, she joins my party. She hasn't even told me her name yet. Let's show these puppies who's boss. Alright, and if you ask me, this is my favorite way to play RPGs, is the turn-based RPGs, like old school, like the old Final Fantasies and stuff. I'm not real big on some of the mechanics they've brought into the newer Final Fantasies, though I do like a good action RPG as well. Something like this just really gives me time to go and, you know, play it more like a chess game. There's a little more strategy. You got time to look at your items and attack and defend. I also like it when they give you the timing, so if you hit the button at the right time, right before the hit, you get extra damage. See that EX damage? I really like the animation here. The graphics are good. The audio's good, and the way it kind of does that comic book thing where it's like kablow every time you hit. Bam! Wood! Wood! Well, there's more of these guys than I thought here. Maybe they want me to use a special move. Wood! Wood! I don't have any special moves yet, though. Still at the beginning of the game. When they open their mouths, they look very much like the character from... Oh, there we go. Oh, healing? I don't want to heal right now. Is there anything else? No. They look like the characters from Stranger Things when they open their mouths. What I was going to say there. They keep calling in more. There's one stray Gimbal wolf. What? Bam! Let's go for the extra damage on this next hit. I'm gonna try timing right. Nope, they missed. Aw, enough already! Corey's my actual name. That's my name. Must I walk you through everything? Your sword.
Hold it up. Looks like she's hitting me in the back with her bow and arrow.
When matters look grim in battle, you can give the blade a quick flash and escape the danger. Something to hold you over until you learn bravura yourself. The bravura skills. Blind them with your sword, man. Wow, was that magic? Alright. That's what I'm going to give you for Brave Story. I really like the intro of all these games, actually. The games I'm showing you today are games that I'm actually playing. Though in reality, I don't like to play 5 RPGs at once simultaneously. I'm going to pick the one I like the most and go ahead and run with that, and then go back and play the other ones probably. But I had to at least get somewhere, because I don't want to just show you RPGs for the first 40 minutes, hour. It's all talking and clicking through messages. So next up, we're going to go for Tales of the World, Radiant Mythology. If I'm not mistaken, this is in the Tales series. There's a lot of Tales of games. Those are like Tales of Xillia, Tales of Arise, Tales of all kinds of things. And you can tell right off the bat when you play this is one of those games. And it holds up. All these games hold up very well today. So this one's from Bandai Namco. I'd like to show you the intro, but I'll probably have to remove the music anyways, or I'll get dinged for copyright. So let's go ahead and continue. Playtime 8 minutes? That doesn't seem right to me. I hope I saved in the spot I meant to.
Well, hello.
A lady? I guess this isn't Kratos then, huh?
There's 2 games I'm playing today, I'm pretty sure, that have a character with the name spelt Kratos, like from God of War, but they say Kratos in this one at least.
Sage, you don't look familiar. A refugee, perhaps?
Well, not quite.
Here to file a request, then?
Request? No, nothing like that. We came here because Chester told us to. He said to see a man named Kratos if we had nowhere to go. Said to mention ad libitum.
So a prospective new recruit, then. Kratos, there's a pair of hopefuls here to see you.
You can tell looking at this is a Tales game. All the Tales games have these voiceovers with a lot of dialogue and these little animated boxes where it shows the faces and expressions of the characters you're hearing from. I'm gonna go ahead and play through this a little bit. We'll skip ahead. One thing I have to tell you about a lot of the Tales games is there is a lot of dialogue. The characters are cute and the voiceovers are great, but there is a lot of dialogue. Alright, you guys are just gonna have to take my word for it that, you can tell just by seeing how much walking around and talking and stuff there is right here that it takes a while before you even get to a spot where you feel like you're playing the game. And that's one of the problems I find with some of these Tales games. It's still a really good game, and I love the art and everything, but there's just, there's a lot of fluff, if you know what I mean. And also, one thing about this is when you go to explore the town, you bounce around the houses like I'm doing here. You don't actually walk around and enter the houses, which is kinda lame a little bit. This is probably my least favorite of all these, but it's still a good game, and it's an RPG that should be spoken about on the PSP. Okay, so next we're going to be doing my favorite game on this list, which is Hexyz Force. If you've paid attention to PSP collecting and videos anytime recently in the last few years, this game's gone up in price if you have the physical copy. One of the reasons is because it's from Atlas Games, and pretty much anything from Atlas, I believe, has a limited run of sorts and is always highly sought after and collectible. It's also a good game, so sometimes things are worth money because they're rare, sometimes they're worth money because they're good, sometimes they're worth money because they're both. Sometimes you have a game that's really good, but it was so popular it's not worth anything but like $1, because it was so massively produced that everybody has a copy. So let's go ahead and get in here to Hexyz Force. I'm an hour and 7 minutes into this one. I really like this game. This game has a great story, an undertone theme of working together and world peace and all races uniting and finding equality, which is something I believe all human beings should not only believe in, but should just be born knowing. Real chill Final Fantasy style fight mechanics. Here's a little explanation of what Hexyz is. Overkill. It's when you really smash that enemy. Some overkill right there. Some bourgeois. Right through to that next guy. Scratch him to death. And we're just gonna thrust this one. Let's do another gut thrust. Bada bing, bada boom. Now that's what I call a good flowing battle in a turn-based RPG with all the right mechanics. You're getting experience points. I've leveled up my character Levant. I don't have to spend all this time after I leveled up to apply the experience points to all these different sections. I like it in RPGs on the PSP when you can turn the camera left and right using the L and R buttons. So basically what's happened here in this game at this point is my character was sentenced to death and locked up in a prison because he was accused of standing against the kingdom, and all the other races and these clans, like there's the lion people, they're called the Lycans, I think, there's elves, there's humans, there's the Turtillians, they're turtle people, and they all come together and break me out, and we're trying to kind of save the world, so to speak, as you often do in video games. Save the world, defeat evil, let love and peace prevail. Well, let's go ahead and do a burst here so you can see the burst move. A little more animation, a little more damage. That's kind of funny. Her sword looked like it turned into a whip. It got all limp. Alright, so when we took a look at the Tales of Radiance game, Tales of the World Radiant Mythology, I had a further save, but I don't know if I accidentally deleted it or I didn't save it and thought I did, so sorry I couldn't show you any of the battle mechanics, but you can go ahead and look it up, you'll find it many places online. I think next up we're going to do Ys, Ark of Napishtim. The Ys games are always great. Ys 8 is my favorite one on the PS Vita and the PSP. I know there's Ys 7. I have to let you know that several ROMs I've downloaded for Ys games didn't work and crashed my console, similarly to the Gurumin ROMs. This is from Konami, by the way. Shout out to Konami, I guess. Pachinko! And Falcom. But anyways, there's a lot of Ys games that didn't work, including Ys 1 and 2, the combo game, Ys 7 and one other Ys game I tried did not work, but it might just come down to where you get the ROM from. So let's load it up. It doesn't say how long I'm into the game on this, does it? Just says the creation time. But I'm about an hour into this one too. This is an action RPG, which is cool. Very Zelda-like. If you like Zelda, then I suggest you check out the Ys games. And you can even jump. East it is. This game I also kind of comes in close second to Hexyz Force as far as what I want to play next. Because I do like action RPGs. Look down in the corner, you even get little gems, look like rupees from Zelda. I believe in every game in the East series, your main character's name is Adol. Adol, A-D-O-L. That's who I'm playing as right here. You also gain experience, you level up. You can see here that you have places where you can equip armor and accessories. There's all kinds of items in the inventory. Also a quick save feature, which is very handy if you need to just end the game and go somewhere and you're not near a safe tower, I guess you would call it. One of those little save spots. They look the same in all the Ys games I've played pretty much. Oh my gosh. Am I out? Can I not use it? Oh, I'm dying. I got poisoned by a flower. There I go. Game over. So at that point you would restart from your previous save or start the game over from the beginning, which we would not want to do. Anyways, that is Ys Ark of Napishtim. Every time I see the name, it looks like it says Ark of Nepotism, and I know it doesn't say that. It's Napishtim. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Napishtim. Alright, so we've taken a look at Brave Story, New Traveler. We've taken a look at Tales of the World, Radiant Mythology. We've taken a look at Hexyz Force. We've taken a look at Ys Ark of Napishtim. We're going to finish this episode with Persona 3 Portable. Now, this game I chose mainly because I know a lot of people want to know about the Persona games. They've gained popularity ever since Persona 4 Golden came out, and then Persona 5 really hit it off. Here we have Persona 3, which originally came out on the PlayStation 1. This is the portable version. And what they've done in this game is they've eliminated any wandering around where you actually move a character through a 3D environment. They removed that entirely and made it sort of a point-and-click adventure. There's just a lot of reading, and you can talk to people, you make decisions. I'm sure there's a great storyline involved, also from Atlas. This game has shot up in price. Anything from Atlas, you're going to be spending a prettier penny on than other games. But I have to say that this game I just can't get into. And that's probably because I don't have the patience and I have way too many things to do to sit around and read an entire game. I didn't even get to a point where I saved it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start from the beginning because you're not going to see anything else. The entire game is like this, okay? So first off, you can start as either the male or the female. They added the female character as a bonus version so you can see a new perspective, a new experience and way to play the Persona 3 game. But if you haven't played Persona 3, you want to choose the male, apparently. So I got that guy. And then difficulty. I know there's got to be some battling, some turn-based battling in this. But I tell you what, it's not worth my time. I'm sorry. It would be if I had all the time in the world, but I just don't. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this has to offer here. Alright, I hope you read that. I wish they read it to us, Because it would have been nice to at least have a little voiceover there, but we could read, right? We haven't gotten that bad as humans.
Have we?
Terminal station, evening. Also, a lot of the animation is stills with motion on a still, meaning it's a drawing, not an animation, and then they just pan the drawing, kind of like an interactive graphic novel. The station entrance is buzzing with activity. Meanwhile, elsewhere, and I'm gonna skip this part, sorry you guys, what's about to happen is could be triggering for some people. It involves suicidal tendencies, so we're gonna skip this whole scene. Okay, so we're back now. What I took out there was a girl having a mental crisis, and that can be triggering for some people. At least they do have voiceovers here, though. I'm sure it's like experiencing a great anime movie, but there's too much advancing. I would rather just watch it as a movie and not touch the controller at all, honestly. But that's my opinion, you know. A lot of people love the Persona games. I like the newer ones, but there's still a lot of dialogue and story to consume. And they jump between voiceovers and not voiceover, which is sometimes annoying because, you know, you never know when you're going to have to read it or when you can just kick back and enjoy it, kind of like a movie, like I said. Very dramatic. I think all the Persona games are for adults. Very eerie. As you walk from the station, you notice coffin-like objects lining the deserted city. Did you see what I mean? This isn't an animation, this is a drawing they zoomed in on and then panned to different spots of it. It's an eerily gigantic moon. Great audio. I have no complaints about the visuals, aside from the fact that they're stills. Gekukan, I hope that's how you say that, high school. Alright, from this point I'm going to skip forward a little bit just to show you how you explore. Alright, so we're back here. This is the first spot in the game where you actually get to interact aside from answering some questions and making some decisions. This is how the entire game works. The entire game has you just also looking at still images and then selecting things. You can hold the R button to see everything that's interactive. So let's see, I'm going to go check the calendar. And I can look at the calendar. I could, it wants me to go to sleep right now. You are tired, you should go to bed early. Don't sleep yet. But then everything else says, mirror reflects your face. You're tired, go to bed. Click on the TV. You're tired, go to bed. So that's how it is. You select things, you move on. Next up, you're in the hallway and you're interacting with people and traveling through the school that way. And it gets pretty boring. And it's not my favorite thing. Though it is a highly rated and a highly acclaimed RPG for the Sony PlayStation and the Sony PlayStation Portable. So I'm going to go back to full screen. So there it is, folks. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end of the episode. I hope this has been enjoyable for you, and if you do like this video and what I'm doing, please hit the like and subscribe button, as it really helps me out and inspires me to make more videos. I'm making videos every day except for Sunday, so please tune in. Also, Thursdays are Throwback Thursdays, and they're really fun and old school, so I'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye!